The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Atta boy,
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight?
Black and crayon, baby. Back at it again. I'm feeling all right. How about you, bud?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, we got old school show tonight. Mookie is at the FC Cincinnati game. Matt Barr was trying to join in, but has some audio issues, so he may pop in. Who knows? Anyways, we got Black and Crayon, baby. Like, we got your boys. So we will see how this show goes tonight if Barr is ever able to join in. Awesome show, Scott. Despite the technical difficulties that Matt has had to start the show, and despite the fact that Mookie is not here, we got a good one on deck for tonight, man. Right?
We do. We've got a stacked deck. We've even got some stuff that's going to make us do
hard right turn. I don't know if we're going to turn hard.
Well, I know. You know what's funny, though? I mean, it's like this is invading our space. So, I mean, it's not like we asked for this. It just kind of came out of nowhere and fell in our lap. It's not really making a hard right turn if it comes in your lane. Yeah, it's more like swerving left to not get hit.
Veered hard into this lane. So we will talk a little mixture between politics and sports.
And for the millionth time when he's not here, Mookie in the chat. I love it. This guy is consistently the not here guy, but participating in the show, asking, is this how Scott and Chris are going to get all the divisions done by the time the season starts? Like, asking about math. And Mookie, watch the game. Watch the game, bud.
It's a tight game right now. It's 1-1. This is a big matchup. He's in the Zoom now here, everybody. He's in the show now. Matt Barr is with us. Matt Barr, you can hear us. Everything sounding good? And there's no mic.
And we can't hear him. I'm pressing the thing. It's not doing the thing. What?
Matt, can you just get really close to your camera?
Yeah,
and
seriously.
Just tell us, just really close to the camera and tell us that. Just try to yell. See if that helps. Just yell very close to your computer. Yeah, nothing.
Yell right into the microphone on the deck of the computer. Just that's the only way it'll work.
I'm hearing a different noise coming from you now. Did the input change? Nope, still nothing. All right.
No, but I could kind of hear him. Like there was something coming in. Whatever that hiss was that was coming from his output is gone, so that's nice. I'm not hearing the buzzing in my ears from when he first logged in.
This is a very professional show, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you can come to expect.
Audio issues.
I kind of want Matt Barr now to just mime the entire show. Like, throw it over to him for his input where he can't speak to us, and he just has to try to communicate through sign language and different gestures to get us. Audio only audience is going to hate this show, but I'm going to love it. It's going to be great.
Gabe wants to know if you restarted your computer. Did you turn it off?
Updates.
Hey, there he is.
There is audio. Hey!
Hey, man.
I'm here. How you guys doing?
We're fine. How are you?
Jesus Christ, man. I'm not an IT guy or anything. I swear to God, this is what I do for a day job.
Oh my God.
I love that you're like, who needs a microphone today? I'm going straight computer audio. I don't care.
Look, man, I'm trying to get it to work. I don't fucking know.
Oh my God.
See, it worked. You're good. Well, it's good to see you, Barr. Thanks.
Papa B called. He wants his guest appearance back, man. He never had these type of mic issues.
That's a valid point. All right, listen, we got an awesome show. We are going to talk Pete Rose getting a presidential pardon for some reason.
For existence.
I also want to talk about this ABS system in the minors or in the spring training game, Scott, and how we're feeling about that because we know Max Scherzer hates it, and that's good enough for me. I also want to talk about Travis Hunter's bizarre comment that he made about Shohei Ohtani.
These kids ain't shit.
Then we have to find out, are the Dallas Mavericks cursed? Because I think they might be. They might be completely cursed. We will find out together, get to all of that, plus a bunch of other stuff, and probably none of it because that's how this show goes.
I was just going to say, I'm like promising all that. You may get half of that.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Just like my wife. Wait, what?
Give it to yourself, man.
With
Give it
music,
to yourself.
Dude, that was with this music just playing in the background. All right,
good
I'll give it
stuff.
to myself. Thank you. All right, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking. We're rating them as always on Caesar scale. Happy belated to our boy Caesar. Happy heavenly belated. Caesar's
Yes.
birthday was over the weekend. We got an amazing gift from Caesar's dad.
Yes.
We miss that kid. Miss him so much. So let's rate him on Caesar scale as always. Dog or no dog? Scott, what's in your mug tonight? Dog or no dog?
I am taking another pause for another week off of the sour train, but I promise I'll be back on it next week. But this week I had to join the Burlon parade because it looked like it was so much fun. I am doing Modest Brewing Company's limited edition Melt, their raspberry lemonade, THC infused.
Hell yeah!
I finally found one, and I'm like, so we're gonna have to wait for a minute, guys. This was just at the local liquor store, like the In-N-Out Mart, just on the shelves there.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's available everywhere now. They're available everywhere
I
now.
see. I just thought it was like at a Kroger type deal, like because I figured that's where you gotta buy.
Nope.
I was
now that
surprised to see it.
recreational is legal in Ohio, the THC seltzers can be found pretty much anywhere you can find your beer. It's kind of weird to walk into a BP and see THC seltzer. Cool.
Yeah.
Bizarre feeling.
But anyway, 10 migs in this bad boy. It's a dog. I mean, the idea of combining THC and anything is great. So, I mean, what could go wrong? Absolutely nothing. And I mean, the taste is great. Like, I was so curious how it would taste. Like when you were talking about it, it's good. Like, I mean, you know, it nails the flavor profile. It tastes just like raspberry lemonade. Which I guess is what, like you were saying, it's super dangerous because I just chug this thing, really.
Yeah, it's a problem because when they're that smooth and you just pound a 10 migger in like
what? A 10 what?
How is it?
A 10 what? A hard R? A hard R?
Step away. I knew what I was doing there. There was a hard M at the start of that. There was a hard M at the start.
Tap dancing around the landmine, huh? All right. I mean, it's fine. I got you.
Bar, what are you drinking tonight? If you can hear us, if we can hear you, what's in your mug?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Bang! There we go. Okay, yeah, no, I can hear you guys. I clearly can hear you. Just stepped away. I'm drinking a You're So Golden Juicy Double Golden IPA from Hardywood here in Richmond, Virginia. It's a dog. It's very drinkable. 7.5% is gonna have me feeling good by the end. But I'm coming to see you guys in Cincinnati in a couple weeks, and I'm gonna have to stop at these places y'all are stopping at to get these drinks, so I can test them out for myself.
Yeah, we'll get you a couple of miggers.
I want to name this show now Migger Please.
What are you drinking, dude?
doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God.
Gabe, Bar will be in 14th, 15th, right, Matt Bar?
Yep, sounds right.
Sounds right. He's shook. That bar is shook. Dorian also saying Total Wine is the best place to get those THC seltzers. Listen, anywhere. They're all over the place in Ohio. It's amazing. Gabe is drinking Lightning Drop, 6.5% ABV hazy IPA. He says it's a dog. Miss you, Caesar. So do we, man. This week, I went with it's from Destil Brewing. It's a double red Imperial Red IPA. Bought this one strictly for the can art. Yeah, it was a can art purchase. It was one of those that was like, I don't even know what style this is. I'm buying it, and then it was like,
is the top of the can black too?
It is. Yeah, it's
I'm
black on
digging
top.
that.
The can is absolutely beautiful. Beer is okay. It's not bad. It's good. Like, it's just, it's very IPA. This is a 3-brusher, but I haven't had a red IPA before.
Yeah,
never had a red IPA.
What makes the red distinct?
Great question. No idea. No.
This is the Sports and Beer Show.
We should probably
These niggas don't know anything about either one.
I know, we sure don't. Oh,
I
God.
mean, would it
those
be
just
fun
tuning
if
in are
we-
like, excuse me, what did he say? Like, I just saw Tank pop up in the chat. He's like, wait, what? Roll that back? What did my bar say? And then in this current climate, it's okay, I guess. I don't know what we're doing.
I send my heart out to my niggas.
Oh, God. Oh.
Dorian said, shout out to Mookie for growing a better beard and working out. That's fantastic.
Oh, snap.
Gabe saying a red IPA for Ginger. Appreciate the IPA and not the hard R at the end of that one. Tank said he's drinking the Truth Bomb Imperial IPA, 9.5%. Big, smooth dog like a fat black lab coming out of it. Pour one out for Caesar. All right. Let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking, whether or not it is a dog. Pour one out for Caesar. Fellas, where do we go first? Do we want to go baseball first? Do we want to go football?
I want to go Sanders. I want to go with the kids. I want to get this old man stuff kicked off properly. Like,
all right, then let's start off.
Oh wait, it's not even Sanders. It's the other one. Fuck,
it is the other one. Let's talk football. All right.
See,
so,
you knew what I was talking
knew.
about.
I was with
we
you,
speak
man.
the same language. Plus, I mean, they all look alike. You were saying?
Travis Hunter, not Shedeur Sanders, Scott. Travis Hunter was at the combine this weekend. He's trying to improve his draft stock. Really crappy draft this year, right? Like, there's nobody.
It is not a
after Cam Ward, Shedeur, and Travis Hunter. It's like, whatever. Like, pick a name out of a hat, I guess.
It's like a names draft at the top. It's not necessarily good, just guys you've heard of. And then, a bunch of other guys. Like, I mean, you really gotta watch a lot of college football to like be into this draft, but it is weak. Strong for the running backs though. There's like 1 billion running backs in this class. Like, it's gonna be a running back renaissance. The kids who have never seen running backs like actually run the ball on a consistent basis, they're about to get a 101 because we're getting some workhorses. But other than that, yeah, it's kind of shit.
Matt Barr, how you feeling about this draft class?
Even the guys you've heard of, are they going to be any good?
Nope.
Like,
Maybe.
That's my thing. Scott says a name draft. I'm like, the guys I've heard of, like, they all come with huge question marks, and you got one.
Yeah, they're just names.
Outlandish shit, which we're going to get to. But look, this draft is who knows, and I'm just glad that we had a regression on running back CTE. to get a renaissance of the running. So we got the wide receiver CTE that kind of shut them down a little bit. Running backs are here. They're back. They're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, Ashton Genty obviously is a name that people have heard of. I'll be interested to see if what he did at Boise State translates to the pros. I saw today that the Bengals met with Cam Skattebo, and I was like, of course they did. Cam Skattebo.
Bring your lunch pail to Cincinnati, baby.
Because when I look at the Bengals team and I go, what holes do we need to fill? You know who fills those holes?
A slow white running back.
White running backs. Let's go. Look, the Eagles brought back the white corner. So you know what? I'll tell you what, in the year of our Lord 2025, it's the renaissance of the white man.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Christian McCaffrey's gonna have to pass that baton soon. There can only be one.
It's gonna be so stupid. I am watching the Bengals take him first round too.
Oh my dude. I would actually that would be the first time that anybody, jokingly, I would legit be like, I need to do a wellness check on Mike. I need to make sure the Mike's all right. They just picked a white running back in the first round with all those holes on defense. Dear God.
It might be what puts the nail in the coffin. If they take it at all, it might be what puts the nail in the coffin to where I just turn into Rob Lowe and wear an NFL hat instead of like I might just be a football fan at that point.
I need that. Now I'm rooting for this. I'm sorry.
6th round, the Bengals select Cam Skattebo. I'm like, damn, take that one off, throw on the Rob Lowe hat. Let's go football.
Just take your house, slamming it on the ground like Stewie Griffin.
Yeah.
Just slamming that thing down.
Tank said, no more DEI running backs in 2025. Skattebo time. Hold on. He deserves it for that one.
You know what's funny? No matter where he's drafted, much like last year when Jaron Duran there in Boston dropped the old F-bomb and got suspended for a couple of games, and his jersey sales went through the roof because, homophobes and bigots. You know that there'll be Skattebo jersey rockers who are just like, yep, that's right, white running back. I'd be interested to see the jersey numbers for homeboy there in the Super Bowl after he got that interception. I bet there were a lot of purchases.
Cooper DeJean? Oh,
yeah. I bet there were quite a few purchases.
Now, would they have been impacted at all if someone told him he was French Canadian?
Ooh. They wouldn't find that out until after the purchase. So then we got to find out.
And then they burn.
Yes, as you say, we got to find out if there's also a bunch of jersey burnings. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, one draft.
Are we ever going to talk about what Travis Hunter said?
I was going to say. I had to get in there that the Bengals met with Cam Skattebo.
That was a good tangent. I'm okay with it. But I was like, what led to this? Why are we talking NFL draft? This wasn't in the rundown.
All I got to say is Skattebo kind of sounds like what a white running back would call it the black running backs in the running back room.
That's his nickname for him. You my Skattebo.
Just saying, yeah. That's something RG3 would be kicked off the air for saying.
Liberal with the rap air horn tonight, but it's warranted. These are some good ones. This show is making me laugh already. Travis Hunter decided to come out. Somebody asked him about playing wide receiver and DB in the NFL and playing that in Colorado and what that was like. And he said that what he does on the football field is harder than what Shohei Ohtani does in baseball. If you don't know, Shohei Ohtani is one of the top pitchers in Major League Baseball and is also one of the top hitters in Major League Baseball. He's a guy that we haven't seen the likes of since Babe Ruth, a talent that only comes around once in a generation. And Travis Hunter is out here like, now, you know what I do way harder than what that guy does. Scott, as the baseball fan, when you see this comment come across your headlines, what's your first thought?
Exactly what I said the first time. These kids ain't shit. They don't even know. And like I get it. What he does is very impressive. Like it takes a very talented person to play both sides of the ball extremely well, like he does at the college level. I'm not sure that it'll extend to the NFL level. He'll probably have to pick a lane, but either way, what he did was very impressive. It is not nearly as impressive as what Shohei Ohtani. Like you said, we haven't seen the likes of Babe Ruth. No, Babe Ruth was a different type of this guy. This is a guy we've never seen ever. He is a literal unicorn. And so, no, I'm sorry, Travis Hunter. There have been guys that have played both sides of the ball. The Michigan homers, they'll tell you about a guy who did that pretty well. So, and he, kind of did it in the pros a little bit too. So, I imagine he can have a similar type career, but it's not the same, dude. Not the same.
Matt Barr, as a football expert, what do you make of Travis Hunter's comments here?
I'm going to go with what Ocho Cinco said. He said the two hardest things in the world to do are keep a woman happy long term, 1, and 2, hit a baseball. So, I mean, really, this is such an absurd statement. And Scott brought up Charles Woodson, and that's the exact right answer. Because even if Travis Hunter is as incredible as he thinks he is and as credible as he wants to be, he's going to be somebody in 20 years that are like, oh, yeah, he played for that team, right?
Yeah,
no one's going to remember who he is. Shohei Ohtani is so far beyond just the scope of baseball. He's at Patrick Mahomes' level of football, right? Shohei Ohtani, anybody in baseball, anybody that watches baseball knows exactly who he is. But he's also known outside of baseball just because of what he does. Patrick Mahomes kind of same thing with football. Travis Hunter is a guy that's going to be drafted 3rd overall, go to a shit team, play on a shit roster, finish 4-13, miss the playoffs for the first 3 years of his career, have a Pro Bowl season, and everybody's like, oh yeah, remember when he won the Heisman? No one gives a shit. This is such an absurd argument. Shohei Ohtani has won MVPs. There's a legitimate chance that he could win an MVP and a Cy Young in the same year. Travis Hunter is not sniffing MVP and Defensive Player of the Year at the same time. It's a dumb argument. Travis Hunter, I love the confidence, but I'll tell you what, I've heard more about your girlfriend doing bad girlfriend things than I've heard about your football skills. So that's really all I need to know.
Is that all this is, fellas? Is that just like the hubris of the young guy trying to improve his draft stock? Like this is just, let me say, the craziest thing I can think of to make some headlines and have people move me up on their board, because Cam Ward is jumped up. Like Cam Ward is likely the number 1 pick
of
now.
Course.
So Travis now has to try to do what he can to get back in that limelight. I would not necessarily pick, hey, I'm better at what I do than Shohei Ohtani is at what he does. But hey, I mean, to each his own, I guess. Like,
I mean, I will say 2 things. I'm impressed that he knows who Shohei is, because I mean, as the old guy, baseball guy, I mean, like these kids know anything about baseball. Like, I'm legit shocked that he knows who Shohei Ohtani is to
just
even
he streams MLB.
Make that comparison. But that goes to show Barr's point. Like, he knows who he's like. I don't want to say it's a far leap to say it, like it with confidence, that if you were like, hey, Shohei, who's Travis Hunter, that he might not know who that is. Like, Shohei just like it's very unlikely that he's entered his orbit. I mean, I don't know, unless you're one of those people that believes that he gambled all that money away and it was actually him, that he knows exactly who Travis Hunter is. For you conspiracy theorists out there.
Well, if Shohei was betting on Colorado football, he deserved to get caught. Fuck.
Hey, that's a good way to chase. I'll speak for Mookie here. Colorado football is a good way to chase. When it's late on a Saturday, you got a 10 p.m. West Coast kickoff with Colorado. That's a good way to chase those losses earlier in the day. Can get some good parlay skis going on there.
That reminded me, I miss Reggie Bush at night. I miss being able to turn. I know you don't, but I mean, I miss those 10 o'clock Pac-12 start times, and it's like, oh man, end of the night, and we get to watch Reggie Bush as the night is really just getting started. I miss that.
Yeah, you know, if we're up to me, we would just push as many Reggie Bushes into the 10 p.m. Time slot that we could for college football, just so that we could get that entertainment. You know, just push them Reggie Bushes right in there. That'd be perfect.
Gabe. I wasn't really trying to go there. I really wasn't. I was just saying that it was cool when that was a thing. Like, I miss those days. Because you watch a full slate of the games during the day, and then it's like, oh shit, at 10 o'clock at night, the man is on TV. Like,
just pushed in Mike's face. just right in there.
I hate how happy you are with yourself over that, Matt. Like, I'm so mad. I'm not mad about the comment. I saw it coming. I knew a Bush push joke was coming, but I was upset with how happy you were, celebrating over there, waving your arms around, dancing off camera. You son of a bitch! Son of a bitch in your James Madison shirt.
oh my god.
Other football news this week, fellas. It was reported that nobody wants to be on Hard Knocks offseason because no team wants to see the same fate that the Giants had. Because if you remember, that is the correct reaction. Matt Barr's shocked face, Home Alone shocked face. If you remember, during the Giants offseason, Hard Knocks offseason, they pushed to be on there to celebrate their 100th year, and were more than happy to let the Hard Knocks cameras in during the offseason, only to have the viral moment of their owner saying, I really won't be able to sleep if Saquon goes to Philadelphia and wins the Super Bowl. Like, that happened on Hard Knocks.
I didn't know that was a thing until just now. Wow.
You didn't know that? You didn't see that
No.
video? Oh.
I did not.
Oh, it wasn't just that. It was also the GM's like 12-year-old kid being smarter than every single person in the Giants front office. And they asked him, what should we do in the draft? And he's like, trade up and take Jaden Daniels. And that was his only reason. He trade up and take Jaden Daniels. He's going to be the best player in the draft. And his dad's like, haha, okay, buddy. And then you watch Jaden Daniels go to the NFC Championship game while you cut the quarterback that you extended 4 years, $160 million. Yeah, that's a rough look for that organization. And yeah, I get why teams don't want to do that, because one of the stipulations to being on Hard Knocks is you couldn't be in the playoffs the year before. If you were in the playoffs, you're exempt from it. So they're pretty much just looking at bad teams. Bad teams took one look at that offseason. They took one look at the highlight reel from last season's Hard Knocks, and they're like, absolutely the fuck not. We are not doing anything involved with this.
I think that only applies to the preseason Hard Knocks, though, like the training camp Hard Knocks, that rule. I think anybody was eligible for the off-season Hard Knocks, and the Giants actually pushed to get on there. So this time around, they were like, okay, time for Hard Knocks offseason. Who's it going to be? And every single NFL team was like, fuck you. Nope. Not going to do it. I don't think so. Not going to happen. We don't want it. We don't want to be around that. No thanks. Not going to be us. And then HBO seemed like they had found their Huckleberry. They found who they were going to do Hard Knocks with. Scott, did you want to get in there before I reveal who?
Yes, because this gives me, Bar saying that, it gives me a good idea. Now knowing that everybody's like, yo, fuck that, we're out. If you are the worst team in the league, you should be required to be on the fucking show. You have to play your way out of being on Hard Knocks off season. Let's see motherfucking teams get better and try to win to keep off that shit. How bad do you not want to be exposed to the cameras to see your foolishness? That is what the NFL should fucking do.
Do you think, though, that we would get sick and tired of the Cleveland Browns on Hard Knocks? Like, I think eventually we
No,
because the Raiders would slide in there a lot.
Well, the Titans would be in there this year. It's got to be whatever team has the number one overall pick.
Yes.
Sucks to suck. Well, whichever one earned the number one overall pick. I'd actually love to see a team that had traded the number one overall pick have to go through an offseason without the number one overall pick that they earned. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be even funnier.
But But yeah, no, I think if you have the number 1 overall pick, we get to see how your GM operates and how your draft room figures out who they're going to take first overall.
The Bears would be frequent participants. Yeah, I think this has legs, man.
This is a genius idea because we would get to see general managers coming out at a press conference and rationalizing that it's better to have the 2nd overall pick than the 1st because listen, it's a very deep class. We're just as fine at number 2 as we are at number 1. So I think it's okay. We got to go out there and win this one.
All of a sudden, the situation like the Niners had where, they won a game in the final week that knocked them out of the number 1 slot wouldn't be a thing. They could come out and be like, yeah, we were out there trying, man. We didn't want to be in a hard knocks. Are you fucking kidding me? Now it's going to be those losers. We'll gladly take the 3rd pick. We don't have to be exposed to that. I want to know, how badly do these teams not want to be on this show? Because I feel like there'd still be some teams that be like, well, we'll just take the publicity.
No, here's how you do that. Not just off-season Hard Knocks. They also have to be training camp Hard Knocks and in-season Hard Knocks. We get to follow them the entire
full year. Yes.
Everything.
Oh, dude, I'm so in. I am so in. And this is how you get me back into Hard Knocks. This is how you get me back into Hard Knocks is a punishment. Oh, man. I am so – and I would love to travel through the journey from 1st overall pick to the end of the following season just watching because it's still going to be a shit show for the most part. Oh, dude, this has
the best part is it fits the name. Hard Knocks. You took some Hard Knocks, and now you're stuck on the fucking show for an entire fucking year. It's genius.
This is genius. I think we just saved not only the NFL but America.
We saved Liev Schreiber right there. We just saved Liev Schreiber.
We just got him tons of work. He owes us a cut.
Because no teams wanted to do it. No, everybody passed. But if they're forced to because they were terrible, and we get to see them the entire season, I just want to see that in-season Hard Knocks when they're still in line for the number 1 pick and they're sweating, having to go through this all again next year. And the coach is like, "You see these cameras back here? You want them here next year? You better get your asses out there and win this game."
This is must-see TV. This is how you reinvigorate the Hard Knocks brand. I'm so fucking in. God,
I just want a royalty from Liev Schreiber every time he says "back in the front office." That's all I want. Also, every time he says that, we get a royalty. I'm good.
Also, internet, this is the first you're hearing this. If you hear this on any other show, we said it first. I want to make sure that nobody steals this idea and tries to claim it as their own. Damn it. Because I know this is going to happen.
This will absolutely be a clip that I post on social. Make this shit go viral.
Yes.
Blow this one up for us because this is a fantastic idea.
Hashtag make Hard Knocks great again.
It's way better than what we were going to get for off-season Hard Knocks. And I say we're going to get because it later was reported that this is not going to be the case because they couldn't come to an agreement. But once every NFL team said, nope, we're out, we're not doing the off-season Hard Knocks, HBO scrambled to try to find somebody. And they landed on their unicorn. They knew what they wanted to do. Tank saying, "Please be Dallas," going down to the old glory hole one more time. It is not Dallas. Instead, they were targeting Bill Belichick in his first year at UNC and following Bill as he gets ready for his first year at UNC. Not going to lie, I was kind of intrigued by this one. I kind of wanted to see this offseason Hard Knocks. But then it came out that they couldn't come to an agreement and UNC and HBO couldn't come to a deal. So that's not going to be the case anymore. 2 thumbs down is correct.
I was going to say that, had they gone with, UNC, it would have been thanks to JMU. After they got Mac Brown to quit at halftime when they put up 70 on UNC last year. It would have been a JMU thing, but
also this could have been the door that opened what we really want, the Hard Knocks Lane Kiffin edition. Get down there, get them cameras in front of Lane Kiffin and all this. Like, damn it! Now you've denied us that. I am upset. Like, if we go to old Hard Knocks College edition again, that actually pulled me back in because it reinvigorated. Dude, we get there, we can go to Notre Dame. We can get Marcus on camera, baby. Gotta get Marcus on camera for full season. I know you're in on that one, dude. I know you're.
Marcus was out here dapping up the women's basketball team this weekend. Sitting courtside dab. I was like, my coach is so fucking cool.
Dude, I'm in. I'm in for a full season to follow him around, dude.
I just watch Marcus Freeman working out. Like I would just be like, what is it chest day today, Marcus? All right, let's see it. Let's see what we got.
All right, well,
don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Marcus Freeman.
Oh man,
what do you think, Marcus?
No,
Freeman?
I actually like Marcus Freeman, and he makes me hate Notre Dame less. So good for you guys.
Wouldn't be Hard Knocks if Lou Holtz was there.
Gabe says they have it on Peacock.
Yeah, there's like a Notre Dame show.
They have their own.
Yeah,
okay.
NBC kind of did their own Notre Dame programming.
Okay. Lou Holtz narrates Notre Dame Hard Knocks.
Yes. No, Mike as Lou Holtz. Hard Knocks.
Another season under the Golden Dome. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame look to bounce back after a very tough loss to the Ohio State Buckeyes in the national championship game. It just cuts to Freeman in his office, like doing curls.
I don't know what that was.
Did you see his biceps? That was some good pork that he had on those bicep curls.
How does Lou Holtz feel about push-ups?
Nobody laughs harder at this show than we do. It's good stuff.
That's all that matters. We're having fun. We're having fun here. It doesn't matter. Let's shift gears, boys. Let's talk baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Scott, the big thing this year in spring training has been the automatic ball strike. Yes, Matt Barr, tapping the head. We're seeing guys do it constantly. We've been treated to some great moments, like when somebody challenged a call and the umpire went to the review and then came back and said, after review, surprisingly, the call was correct, which was highlight of the spring training for me. We've also had incidents like Trey Turner on the first pitch of the game against Max Scherzer immediately tapped the head. The ball didn't even hit the catcher's mitt yet, and he was tapping his head for a review just to piss off Max Scherzer, which was
and
fun.
It was such a gimme right down the middle. Ball strike too. It was just like 8 inches on either end, just in the zone.
They cut to it, and it was literally the ball in the middle of the plate. Like the video showed it right in the middle. But he just had a shit-eating grin on his face the whole time. Like, I'm just messing with you, Max, because Max Scherzer does not like the ABS system. He got fooled by his catcher's framing. His catcher framed one so beautifully that Scherzer immediately called for the review, and it was a ball. And then he said after the game, I just don't know why we can't be judged by humans.
It wasn't just a ball. It was like 4 inches low. I mean, this thing was like kissing the dirt, and he's challenging it because Alejandro Kirk, his little porky ass, pulled that ball straight up into the zone. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was a great job of framing, but it shows exactly why this system is necessary. Because when you get fooled, when you can fool the pitcher with your framing, probably time to have a robot take a look and see if it was actually a ball or a strike. Scott, as the purist, the one who was against the designated hitter, now that you've seen the ABS system in the spring training games, how are you feeling about it? Are you on board with this?
I didn't need to see this. I was on board from the word go. Like this is completely necessary. Chris, my co-host, is not a fan of VOTA. He's very old school about this, and like to the point where it gets kind of heated. He takes it like personal. Like he's like he likes the idea of the replay system for it. Like he's like as far as that, like having a couple of challenges, in your pocket. But I'm like, why are we challenging things? Like why? Like because the challenge system can be abused and like no challenges, just straight. Get the calls right every single time. Like I'm all right with having the umps being around. They still have their jobs. Like, I still want the human element. Like they're still gonna have to make all the calls at the bases and all that stuff. I still want them there, but for God's sakes, man, the technology exists, and in tennis they can pinpoint accurate, accuracy, use the technology they have to get the ins and out calls on that. Balls going, too fast for the human eye to sometimes see correctly. They get it right. Why wouldn't we want that in sports? Like every sport should want to have this.
It reminds me a lot of when we had Bronson on the show, and he said that sometimes having an umpire like Angel Hernandez, like you would think sucks for you, but in reality, it really helps you out because you might be off a little bit that day, but Angel is just that terrible that you're able to get away with balls that would be called a ball by a robot, and instead you're getting strikes, and it's kind of helping your performance out a little bit. So I get it from the pitcher's perspective of like, now I have to be pinpoint accurate every single time. I can't get the benefit of the doubt on a couple calls that were close and help my pitch count, help get things moving. So I get it from the pitcher's perspective. Everybody else, though, should be 100% on board, without a doubt. Matt Barr, I see you nodding your head on that one.
Yeah, well, you brought up Bronson earlier. I thought I thought you were bringing up he was telling you guys British cigarettes. But, really, what this comes down to is we're one step closer to robot umps, which I think any baseball fan actually wants. We want the calls right. We want them done right. I know Scott has had many recurring nightmares about Livan Hernandez in the playoffs in 1997. Look, there's just some things that we have the ability to fix. Let's fucking fix them. Let's get this narrative that games could be fixed or there could be biases or anything out of the way. Let's get the calls right. And baseball is one of the easiest sports to get it right. The ball doesn't, there's no yardage, there's no fumble, get it right. Get it right. And I think baseball is moving in the right direction. And regrettably, begrudgingly, kudos Rob Manfred for actually allowing us that.
Oh, wow. Well, he doesn't deserve kudos just yet. They're still just testing it in spring training. It's not going to be around in the regular season this year. So
he's at least got an open enough mind to bring it in. To allow it to start.
This is all for show because the bargaining session is opening with this. This is the reason he's doing this is so that in the next bargaining agreement, which comes next year, he can be like, he can use this as chip and flex on on the Players Association. So, I mean, that's all this is. And it's fine, but like, let's not pretend like Rob doesn't get any real credit for this because this is just a negotiating tactic. He's throwing this out there in spring training with the testing, and he's been threatening, but he has very similar qualities to the guy in the Oval Office right now.
Well, I mean, also bearded Tony Clark, who's doing a really good Lovey Smith impression.
Oh my God, that beard is epic!
It's glorious.
Has also just come out and said that there's probably gonna be a lockout next year. So,
oh well, yeah. I mean, we've seen that coming since they signed the last. I think like minutes after they signed the last day, it was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a lockout when this one expires, like almost immediately. But because they had that lockout, for what was it, 3 months or whatever. And they just wanted to get the deal done so it didn't mess up on the season. And they just kind of rushed to the finish line. Immediately, the people were like, oh yeah, the players are going to be pissed. And the next time that they do this, there's going to be a lockout because this wasn't a great deal for them. So it probably needs to happen though, to reset a few things. This being one of them. The balls and strike system needs to, it's efficient. They've tested it for a long time. They get it to work. It works. Let's go.
Look at Tony Clark's beard. That is an immaculate
so good, dude.
Guys. That is like, there is not a hair out of place on that beard. It
dude, man. That's like, hand manicured every day with scissors. Like somebody is taking just scissors and snipping every day on that beard. Because you're right, there's not a single hair out of place. Like,
and this is an older picture. I think it's gotten better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's even whiter, I think.
And props to him for knowing when to shave the head. When to just shave the head and forget everything else and just go with it. I mean, it's a good look. Tony Clark looks phenomenal.
How do we feel about Tony Clark when he had just the goatee? Do we remember that? Here, I'll pull up a picture of that one of Tony Clark.
It's been so long.
Goatee.
I can still think back to him. I can still think back to when he was a player. Black Santa.
Gabe in the comments.
I'm trying to get his goatee pulled up here, fellas, for us.
No. That's
So
why he had to grow the full beard.
You know who he looks like in that picture? He looks like the guy that was trying to help Brendan Fraser in The Mummy and like burn the map. What I'm talking about. That's kind of who he looks like. Or
Better
the guy from Mr. D.
one
You might know him as
two. Better one or two.
It doesn't even look like the same guy. Like he's got age spots on that picture. It's like an awful photo. Like this is the ultimate glow up. Like look at how much better he looks.
He ditched the half Windsor for the quarter zip. He's looking phenomenal.
He looks healthier in this photo. Like the other one, he looks like he's about to die.
I'm gonna go with poor lighting in this picture. Like that's poor lighting to make Tony look this terrible. Because there's
I mean, that man you're bringing home to mom. The other guy, I might be checking into the hospital. I'm concerned for his well-being. And I'm definitely concerned about his facial hair. That looks stupid.
It's so aggressively Mike Piazza.
Well, and look how the hairs go up into the corners, just so tight. It looks weird.
It is. He was chewing on a lot of beard hair when he had his goatee like this. That is up in those corners of that mouth.
Look at that.
Grow the stash. It's all right. You're fine.
Yeah.
But when there's no stash.
No, it looks weird. Yeah,
you
dude.
look like a psychopath.
Yeah.
In the soul patch. The soul patch does not connect to the goat. It's just
there.
there.
Also, the soul patch stands out because it's not as white, so it looks even more bizarre. Still not as white here, but it looks good with the mustache.
But it connects down to the beard too, so it's not just on its own little island. Yeah. Oof.
We went way too long on Tony Clark's facial hair. I'm sorry. But Tank said the goatee will come back in when the mustache goes out again. Give it 5 years. He might be right. He might be 100% right on that because I blame Top Gun, the new Top Gun, for the mustache being back in style. I can't grow it. I go the reverse Hitler. There's a space in here, so I just
it doesn't grow thick enough for me. I hate it. I'm jealous.
Oh, we've seen the picture of you with the stash, Scott. We've all seen that picture.
Yeah, well, I mean, that looks good, but it's still not as good as some of these other mustaches that I see that I'm just like, damn it, it doesn't quite grow like that for me.
Whitey said that Tony Clark is a fucking Bond villain, and I don't know if he means this Tony Clark or this one. I think it's this one. That's the Bond villain, right?
Yes.
That's absolutely a Bond villain.
That Tony Clark looks like a cancer patient.
But he does look untrustworthy without that. It's like a cancer patient. God damn it. All right, transition. Trump's going to pardon Pete Rose, guys. He said
he said it in a wild rambling on Twitter.
It was like a Friday night. He's all out here like, what the hell can I say to get some money? You know what? I'm going to pardon Pete Rose. Like, sure. He's dead. He's like, I don't care. Whatever. And they're like, okay. So if you don't know, Pete Rose did do some jail time. It had nothing to do with gambling. It was tax evasion. He did it in the 90s after he had gotten done playing, after he had accepted his ban from baseball, and spent a couple months in federal prison for tax evasion. So now they're going to pardon Pete Rose. Not for the pedophile stuff. That stuff we're still looking at. That's still on the
Keep
table.
that on the books.
I was gonna say, who's he gonna pardon next? Willie Mays Hayes? What the fuck is this? He's gonna pardon Wesley Snipes for his tax evasion too, because he played Willie Mays Hayes in Major League. What are we doing? This is so asinine.
Trump posted on Truth Social, this is a Friday night at 11:38 p.m., which just
Probably
tells me yeah, exactly. Taking a deuce. Like, what can I say? This is the post. He said, quote, Major League Baseball didn't have the courage or decency to put the late great Pete Rose, also known as Charlie Hustle, into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
His use of commas is offending me.
Now he is dead. Will never experience the thrill of being selected, even though he was a far better player than most of those who made it, and can only be named posthumously. He had to spell check the shit out of that. There's no did that correctly the first time.
What a shame!
Anyway, over the next few weeks, I hope he's signing a complete pardon.
Pardon!
Who shouldn't have been gambling on baseball, but only bet on his team.
His team winning!
He never betted against himself or the other team. He had the most hits by far in baseball history and won more games than anyone in
sports history.
Baseball, which is dying all over the place, should get off his fat, lazy ass and elect Pete Rose, even though far too late, into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
From the desk of the President of the United States of America. Oh, look how far we've come, folks. Oh, my God. But that, hey, bring it back up.
I signed up for Truth Social just so that I can continue to read this stuff. I do.
Bring it back up. Bring it back up, though, because that last line. Baseball, which is dying all over the place, should get off its fat, lazy ass. Baseball has just been sitting around, haven't been thinking about it, haven't been pondering it since the minute he was banned. It's just, oh God, we should probably get around to that old Pete Rose thing, you know? We're just on our lazy asses over here. Oh my God! Tell me you don't know anything about Pete Rose in this whole story without
or baseball.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like all of it. Like you don't know anything. Pete Rose has won more games than anybody in sports history. What the fuck is that? Just an unverifiable random statement. Like we can look these things up. We know them to be true. You moron.
Whenever I read something like this, it just takes me back to the nice, pleasant time that was 2012 when Barack Obama dapped up a dude at the White House after he won whatever championship he won. And the American public said, that's not presidential, damn it. We can't have the president dapping it. But now fat, lazy asses in baseball, fucking run it. Let's go.
Our president, the president of the United States of America, supposedly the greatest nation in the entire world, said he never betted against himself. He tweets like a goddamn third grader that's learning the English language. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Also, guys, I'm not convinced that Trump thinks that his pardon is actually for Pete Rose being banned from the Hall of Fame. Like, I don't think he's pardoning him of any crime. I think he thinks he can pardon him from the baseball's ineligible list.
Yeah, he does. He thinks that he can just wave his hand and then he becomes eligible for the Hall of Fame. And then the Hall of Fame just has to let him in. That's it. There's no other discussion. He's just now officially into the Hall of Fame. Everything's great.
It's not that he waves his hand. It's that he has a staffer write the executive order and then read it to him, because I don't think he can fucking read. And then he signs his name at the bottom of it, and he goes, yep, that's it. Magically, we're done. He's in the Hall of Fame now, right? He's going to be so disappointed when he drives to Cooperstown. Oh, man. He's going to get there. Although they have enough stuff of Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame already, like his jerseys, bats, cleats, stuff like that, that maybe we just take Trump up there and show him that stuff, And then he's like an excited toddler all over again. I see what I did. Look what I did. I got him in. And we just let him believe that, it's kind of like when you had a little brother growing up and you were playing video games, you just handed him the one that wasn't plugged in and you let him play along with you. Maybe that's just what we do.
We tried that. It was called
Wait
the
a second.
first.
My brother didn't have that plugged in. He didn't plug that one in.
Sorry, buddy.
I thought I was fucking killing it. I was a boss on Dreamcast.
Also, Tank, your hypothetical is impossible because ESPN and Major League Baseball no longer have a relationship as they both walked away from the agreement. There will be no more Sunday Night Baseball on
Don't
ESPN.
they have it at least through this year? Isn't it after the
Is
end
it
of
through
this year?
Oh, I didn't. I thought that the thing started immediately. I don't know.
That'd be amazing. Just ESPN being like, you know what? We're done. I know we're this. I don't care. We'll find something.
Hey,
else.
look, I got excited because
The
the
lacrosse league is on or something. We're good. Okay. All right.
baseball though made the point that it's like, hey, you don't cover us otherwise, so like, why should we bother? Like, I mean,
You know why we don't cover you baseball? Because you don't get off your fat, lazy ass and put heroes in the Hall of Fame.
well played.
If
But-
ESPN really wants to win, they'll just play Ridiculousness at 8 p.m. on Sunday night instead of Sunday Night Baseball. They'll just play 4 hours of Ridiculousness.
Hey, but look,
And
the first thing
own baseball.
the first thing I thought was, oh well, at least we don't have to hear A-Rod anymore. That was the first thing I thought. Like, get that motherfucker off my TV. I'm here for this agreement.
You made Matt Barr disappear.
Also, loving Tanks, the failing Sunday Night Baseball figures.
Failing!
Can we reread this post Matt Barr with you doing the enunciation for me? Can we go through it one more time? You are the enunciator here. All right, so this is again a Truth Social post from the President of the United States of America at 11:30 at night on a Friday night. Major League Baseball didn't have the courage or decency to put the late, great Pete Rose, also known as Charlie Hustle, into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now he is dead. Will never experience the thrill of being selected, even though he was a
far better player.
Most of those who made it and can only be named posthumously.
What a shame.
Anyway, over the next few weeks, I will be signing a complete
pardon
of Pete Rose, who shouldn't have been gambling on baseball, but only bet on
his team winning.
He never betted against himself or the other team. What the fuck? Hold on, pause. Because I didn't even catch this. I didn't even catch that.
Or the other team.
On betted. He never bet on himself or against himself.
Only on his team winning.
This is crazy. He had the most hits by far in baseball history. Ichiro would like a word, and won more games than anyone in sports history. Sure, fair enough. Baseball, which is dying all over the place, should get off its fat, lazy ass and elect Pete Rose, even though far too late into the baseball hall.
As the World Baseball Classic qualifiers are going on, it's dying all over the place, being played world round. More imports from different countries into baseball than there's ever been. And it's dying.
More what?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. I can't wait till Tom Homan shows up at clubhouses across America and we start losing baseball players. That'll be fun.
I gotta tell you, the one thing I wish would have happened in this administration is that whatever baseball team won the World Series accepted the invite to go to the White House, and the manager was Ozzie Guillen. Because god damn it, that would have been electric. That would have been so much fun. I would have loved every second of that.
Ozzie Guillen's a Trump dude, right? Without a doubt, right? For sure. He's caping up for 47. There's not a doubt.
That sounds like something he would do. Latinos for Trump.
Not a doubt in my mind that Ozzie like would do his post game pressers in a MAGA hat, like without a doubt. Would not be shocked by that at all. Let's talk a little college baseball. Scott, I didn't hear you guys talk about this story, even though you're big college baseball fans over there on Backwards K. Army played Air Force recently and decided to take an interesting mode of travel from New York to Colorado Springs as they flew in a C-17. Army players were inside of a cargo plane from New York.
In the fatigues, man.
Yes, in the fatigues. They've got the gear like locked down. The only thing that would have made this cooler is that they didn't land the plane. They all just parachuted out down ready to go, ready to like take on Air Force. And what a flex to fly out to Air Force in this cargo jet. Like we are.
Yeah.
No, it's not a fucking flex. You want to know why? A C-17 is an Air Force aircraft.
That's why it's
the
a
Army
flex.
doesn't have C-17s.
That's why it's a flex. They're like,
yeah, no, it's not a flex. They had to pay the Air Force to do it. They rented those privileges. They're flying a private jet. Now C-17s. Will say, you're welcome for my service. I've flown in them a couple times. They're fantastic. They are great. Yeah. Now, Mike, I know you were here for remember the story about the Craftmatic making out of the sea bags? Yeah. That's a C-17, man. Those things are nice. They are big, and when there's not a lot of people in them, like they have there, because they got what, 30, 40 guys on that team plus 5, 6 coaches. That's comfortable as shit. You pretty much have the same amount of space as you would have in like a 747, except there's only 30 of you.
You got a lot of leg room. Room here.
Ton of leg room. It's not a bad way to fly. It's not a bad way to fly.
What? Okay, so let's sip, chug, drain, pour this here, fellas, because this seems like we're like economy plus in the C-17, right? Like we got some good leg room here. We're not necessarily first class. Because you don't have the amenities.
But once you're in the air, you can walk around.
Okay, fair. All right, so sip, chug, drain, pour it. Let's go flying in a C-17, flying a private charter flight, or flying commercial, just first class commercial. So first class commercial, private charter, or the C-17. Scott, what do you sip, chug, drain, pour here?
I've never done any of these things.
What do you want? What sounds good?
What sounds good? How does the other half live? Sure. I guess I'll drain pour flying in the Army chopper or plane.
You pouring that? Really? That's at the top of my list just to say I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm more of a champagne.
You're afraid the door's gonna open, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a champagne. I'm more of a champagne with comfy ass seats kind of guy in first class. So like, this is cool, but like, no, I never flown first class, dude. I didn't pay for my kid's birth. What the fuck you think I'm flying first class? You kidding me? In this economy? Shit. Oh. But I'm sipping flying first class because I think that sounds lovely. Those episodes, that episode of Seinfeld when he gets the first class upgrade, I dream of that type of thing, that type of situation.
I've had the rosiest image of what first class flying is ever since the cut verse from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from the intro.
Oh yeah, dude!
Like yeah. I'm like, that is the height. Yeah. Dude, it's so great they had to cut the verse out. Like they can't even tell you about it. That's how good it is. It's so awesome. All right, so you're drain pouring the Army.
Yeah, I'm drain pouring Army. Chug the charter flight.
Matt Barr, you've flown all three.
I'm not flown private. Shit.
Sure. Go with it.
But I'm going to sip first class because it is as good as Will Smith says. Free booze on the plane is the way to fucking go. You get free booze when you fly first class. So first class gets a sip because that's what I'm doing. I'm sipping drinks the entire way. I'm chugging the C-17. C-17 is a lot of fun. However, if you're on it, you're under military regulations. No booze. That kind of sucks. And I'm going to drain pour the private flight because fuck me, I'm never going to be able to afford it, so I don't know.
I want the private flight. That's my sip. My sip is the private flight. My chug is the C-17, just to be able to say I did it, and then I'm gonna drain pour first class because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be there because if I'm private, if money's not an option, I get the choice. Of course, I'm going to go private over first class and have to sit next to some douchebag in a sport coat and jeans that's over there working on a spreadsheet the whole time I'm on the plane. Give me a private flight where it's just me and the people I'm flying with, and it's like the 4 or 5 of us going off to some island that only we know about.
Careful.
Like,
Careful, we'll end up on a list.
That's why I stumbled as soon as I said island. I was like,
yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, of all the places we could have flown to take us to an island? Pause, my guy. Pause. Hey, wait, where's the parachute so I can bail out?
My Mig is not making on a list. He's good. He's good. He's fine.
Not on a list because they won't get off their fat, lazy ass and put me on a list.
By the way, I think we're also bearing a hidden gem in there. And I really didn't notice it until you kept saying it in certain ways. Right in the middle of that whole rant when he just hits us with the anyways. Bunch of mad stuff above again. Anyway.
What a shame. Anyway, over the next few weeks.
It's so unnecessary. Anyway.
He hit us with a to be fair. Right in the middle of it.
It got 8.15 thousand retruths.
Retruths. Holy fuck.
Guys, I picture if he was talking to us during that would have been where he like slapped his knees and stood up and just. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead.
It's 100% that.
That's what they say when I'm trying to get Zelensky out of the office.
That might have been the point where he was like finishing up wiping as he was typing that. Anyways. Time to wash the old hands.
Just get off your fat, lazy asses and do the right thing. Put that pedophile into the Hall of Fame. I want to talk, boys, about the Kalamazoo Growlers. We've been very excited about minor league logos and rebrands over the last couple of weeks. Now we're getting some minor league food. The Kalamazoo Growlers, who are a team in the Northwoods conference. It's like a wood bat league for college players to continue their baseball careers in. Very, very minor league. They have unveiled a new menu item, the Skat Dog. Now I'm going to read to you what this is for, and I want you to just get an image in your head of where they came up with the name, why they named it the Skat Dog, and what is on this menu item. And then I'll show you the picture, and I want to see if you are close with what you envision in your head and what the picture is. So they say the term scat is a slang term for animal droppings and ties into the Kalamazoo Growlers name of the Growlers, a tribute to the black bears that can be heard growling in the forests of Michigan. The C in scat is replaced with a K in Skat Dog. Get it? Because K, baseball, anyways. Here's what's on the Skat Dog. It's a 1,000 plus calorie item. It is a hot dog topped with whipped cream, sprinkles, a maraschino cherry, served on a custom chocolate cake donut. Put that in your head for a second. Think about that item.
Run that back one more time.
It is a hot dog covered with whipped cream, sprinkles, a maraschino cherry, served on a custom chocolate cake donut. Picture it. Just think about that for a second. Is this what you pictured?
No.
You picture a dog shit looking hot dog? Like they have made the donut bun look just like dog shit with a hot dog with whipped cream, sprinkles, and a cherry right on top. This has to be the biggest abomination in food history that I have ever heard.
Seriously,
so much like everything else in this country right now. When I heard scat, I thought German, and this really leans really hard into that. This is heinous. This is a crime against humanity. You know what? It fits.
Actually,
it fits. You're getting scat, German, crime against humanity. It's all start. It fits.
Funny,
it works.
Because the first thing I thought of when he said scat was Skattebo. I was like, he's got his own hot dog? Like, that dude is everywhere.
That is Skattebo. That hot dog is Skattebo. That's whenever I see Skattebo, I'm thinking that fucking turd log with whipped cream and sprinkles on top.
But even if it didn't, I mean, even if like looks aside, like why would you want a hot dog with a fucking chocolate donut and whipped cream?
A hot dog dessert. It's a hot dog dessert. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, no. No.
I've done a burger on like a Krispy Kreme donut. And
yeah, I get what they're.
That makes sense. That makes
for.
sense.
But
a hot dog?
No.
Look, there's few things that I don't like changed about. Like I'm okay with a lot of changes in baseball. Don't fucking change the hot dog.
You know what else is
just
funny?
Leave the hot dog alone.
Well, and that it's real tenuous with these hot dogs too, because it's hard to get like a good tasting hot dog at some of these places anyway. Like you damn near have to pay $15 for one single hot dog at a place to get like one of those gourmet dogs, just so that it actually tastes like something. It doesn't just taste like shit. And that's just putting ketchup and mustard on the motherfucker. So now getting all this, like, don't do this. Nobody asked for this.
1,000+ calories. 1,000+ calories in a single scat dog. Which, again, to recap, they're saying this is supposed to look like shit. Like that is the name. This is supposed to be animal droppings. Dorian saying, just why? Sarah said, I'm out. Tank pointing out, God damn it, hot dogs aren't Bloody Mary.
Dang! There we go. Thank you, Tank.
Sarah said a hot dog is not breakfast sausage. Dorian said the UK would love this hot dog, and Gabe chiming in with a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Miss me with this, dude.
It is very rare for minor league baseball to do something wrong, and this is wrong on every level. Absolutely.
Well, I would expect nothing. I would expect nothing less from Derek Jeter's hometown.
bro. Hey, breaking news.
It just seems very overrated. It played for a loaded team.
Great. Baja lovers unite because Taco Bell just announced they're introducing a new Baja flavor. Baja Midnight, baby, coming to a Taco Bell near you. What? All right, now hurry up and get the booze version so we can try that out. The Mountain Seltzer flavor.
Scott, my pre-workout is Baja Blast flavored. That's how big of a.
Of course
Baja
it is, because you know how we are, man. Like it's a club.
Of us, the two of us.
No, like the Baja Bros, baby.
You Baja know it.
Nobody Bajas like we do.
Shit, Scott, let's talk. I guess we'll do basketball. Boom shakalaka! It was one of the leads on the title card. So
Gabe pointing out we might even be Baja men.
Whoa.
We let the fucking dogs out, bro. It was us.
Oh shit!
That's a deep cut, kids. Google that one. We're old.
The wrong Baja, but that's okay. I'm still on board with it. Nothing. We're good.
Okay, cool.
So, Scott, I want to know from you: are the Mavs cursed? Because if you missed what happened, let's just go back slightly here. So Luka Dončić gets traded from the Mavs to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, in his first game with the Mavs, plays 31 minutes and then hurts himself and is out for an extended period of time. Shortly after that, starting center Daniel Gafford injured his knee and is out for at least 6 weeks. And then this week, Kyrie Irving tears his ACL and is out for the season. So the Mavs just keep getting hurt. And this is on top of the team announcing this week an 8% raise in ticket prices to, quote, invest back into the team.
The conspiracy theory about them trying to get the team to move to Vegas by bankrupting is going better than they could have even thought. It's like the people in charge of the government bankrupting it. It's going better than they thought. So, yeah, I mean, this is according to plan. If you're the Mavs ownership, I feel bad for Mavs fans, though. What a way for this all to just go up in flames, like overnight. Like you woke up to that trade and it's just all gone to shit.
I mean, they've got to be cursed at this point. I can't imagine a team falling into such disrepair that quickly after trading away the cornerstone of their franchise. Like they have just completely imploded. Injuries galore. The fans have turned on them. Nico Harrison's getting sworn at everywhere he goes. People just chant "Fire Nico" whenever he enters a building. I'm amazed watching how far a team that was just in the finals last year has fallen. Like they got to be cursed at this point. They have to absolutely be cursed. The story also came out that apparently they tried to trade Luka for Anthony Edwards straight up, and when they were told no, that's when they moved over to Anthony Davis.
They were like, it's an Anthony or bust. Like we're not trading this man for anybody not named Anthony. We've got a very limited list of folks that we'll trade this man for, but they've got to be named Anthony. What a weird thing. What a weird pivot that was. We go Anthony Edwards, but if not, then we're definitely going Davis. Okay. Not similar players at all.
You know any other Anthonys we could get? If this one falls through, anybody got an Anthony, just throw out an Anthony. We'll take him.
Is Carmelo still around? Does that count? Go trade for Carmelo.
Matt Barr back again after...
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. That's who they want to trade for, right? Anthony Bourdain?
Oh, man. Wow.
No. Okay.
What a turn of events in Dallas. Like that sucks.
Do you feel bad for him at all? Do you feel bad for
the franchise?
Fuck the fans. Well, because the fans I do feel bad for. I feel bad for any fan base that gets screwed over so badly by their ownership. But do you feel bad for like the franchise?
I feel bad for the players. I feel bad for the players who were like, playing for something last year and now find themselves after the team against their, they didn't make the decision to trade Luka. They didn't make the decision to have this whole thing fall apart. So I feel bad for them. But the front office and ownership, man, fuck them.
And the fans, they're Cowboys fans.
Well, yes, I mean,
fans. Fuck them too. Like I don't like give people like, oh, I feel bad for the Cowboys fan or the Mavericks fans.
Fair. That's fair. I sometimes disassociate though, so it's
You got to be able to silo that. You can't keep those. You can't be like, oh well, they're all because there's not a 100% Venn diagram. There's some people on the outskirts of that Venn diagram that are like, I hate the Cowboys, but I love me some Mavs. Like there's right.
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully. Okay. All right. Cursed franchise. I want to give you guys an update on a story that we talked about a couple weeks back. You guys remember that Wemby jersey swap?
Oh yeah.
He swapped jerseys with a 5-year-old
and then sold that shit.
Got a picture and they were like, that's amazing. And then the kid's dad sold it. That jersey fetched $73,000 at
Yo.
Dad made the right move. Look, I'm just saying, Dad made the right move.
100%.
Can you imagine finding a frame to frame that jersey? How big that frame would have to be? Nah, you made the right move getting $73,000, sir. Except he doesn't think so, because he has filed a lawsuit against the auction house, trying to stop and reverse the sale, saying that his kid wants the jersey back.
Oh no, dude. Overplaying your hand, my guy. Like When you find $20 in your wallet, you don't question it. You spend that shit and you just enjoy it. Like, come on, man. Like, you didn't go to the game expecting to make a $73,000 profit, did you? No? Okay. So you should just take that money and run and just move on with your life and call it a moment that you'll never forget. Like, what a fucking moron.
My man had 3 dozen eggs in his pocket, and he's trying to. Why does he want a jersey back? He had 3 dozen eggs.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
$73,000. That's 3 dozen eggs now.
Just about. That's pretty close.
Okay.
I haven't gone shopping in a while, but that sounds accurate.
I just $73,000 with you. Eggs, apparently.
I don't understand. Okay, so people are saying, and Dorian kind of said this as well. He said the dad's lying about the kid wanting his jersey.
Oh,
back.
for sure. He thinks he can get more. He thinks he can make more than that.
What I'm wondering.
That's what it is.
Is he mad because he didn't get enough in the auction and he wants to maybe try to get it autographed? And
re-sign it.
Okay, so that's the plan here.
100%.
That's
what I'm saying. He's overplaying his hand.
I could not understand. Like, I have a 6-year-old, and when my 6-year-old says he wants something and I say no, or sorry, that's gone, and then he cries and complains and says he wants it, it makes me not want to give him anything else ever again. So I would not be the dad that's like, hey, we just got $73,000 for that jersey that Wemby got you. And when he's like, I want that back, I'd be like, tough shit, kid. You want to go to college or you want this jersey back? Because guess what? Like, I'm sorry, man. You ain't getting this fucking jersey back because daddy just got $73K.
Also, I misspoke there a few minutes ago. You ain't going to college off this money either, son. Besides, $73,000 wouldn't get you very far anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy you all the Robux you want. What, those like a few $100? And then you're going to shut the fuck up and we're going to go on about paying these bills because this economy is shit. And that's what we're going to do.
It's a shame Mookie's not here. He could tell us about the 7.3 million parlays he put down with that money.
No, it would just be he would just hit that one with a all on black. Damn it, red.
I want my money back. I wanted red. Damn it.
God, this guy sucks, man. Like when you hit the lotto on a scratch off, you don't complain that you wanted to play the Mega Millions. Like, just fucking take the money and walk away, my guy. Golly, what's wrong with people?
This guy's barking up the wrong tree, and this
nigga is probably broke too.
He's barking up the wrong tree.
I mean,
you almost slipped that one past me. I almost missed that one.
Greedy niggas.
Tag saying the dad is a total scumbag. Sarah said FTK. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right, kid, sucks to suck. Daddy's got this money. Dorian said he must have bought a new Corvette. Tag said daddy's paying off credit cards and buying a house.
Exactly.
Sarah said you just need it for the tariffs. He can't afford that anymore.
No doubt.
Oh, what a world we live in. Yeah, this dude, I can't imagine.
Anyways.
Like, here's the thing. Anyways, get off your fat, lazy ass and get the jersey off the site.
Oh, gosh.
What kind of legal standing does this guy think he has? This is the New York Supreme Court, like the New York State Supreme Court, that are going to have to hear.
It's going to end up costing him $73,000. It's going to be the ultimate bag fumble.
I can't wait to hear a lawyer argue in front of the New York State Supreme Court. Your Honor, this property wasn't my client's to give to the auction house anyways. It was his son's. The gift was given to his son, so he had no rights to offer this.
Oh, my God.
So we have to invalidate this sale on the fact that this is considered stolen property, basically. He stole this from his child and put it up for auction. That's the only argument he has.
That's fine. If I was the auction house, I'd be like, whatever. Nobody listens to the courts anymore anyway these days, so fuck it.
Why don't you come get this jersey off, you bitch?
You're dealing with World War III here. All right?
Did you even say sorry? Do you even say sorry for that? No, I don't think so. You ain't getting your jersey back, bitch.
Oh man, we're the worst.
Anyway.
Anyways, it's 3rd-2.
That's gonna be a new transition. Is just the
Anyway,
get off your fat lazy ass. We're gonna do that hockey here, Scott. I hope you're ready for it.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
I heard the nope as soon as the drop started. I don't think anybody else heard that.
said always. I must have got cut off. Always. Can you get the picture of the dog out of the preview thing? Like, I'm sick of looking at that motherfucker. God damn it. That thing is visceral, man. That's the new picture that you put up for me when I go it off last night. Like that needs to be my new photo if I freeze up.
Just when Scott's frozen, just the cat dog.
Oh God!
I need to figure out how to just keep this in the lower corner of our broadcast. Always have the Skat Dog just appear every once in a while. Skat Dog sighting just pops up on the screen and then disappears. I'm gonna try to figure that one out, boys. We're gonna see if we can make that happen.
And intercut it like it's Fight Club. It's like, was that a dick? Was that a Skat Dog? Like, you see that? Skat Dog just flashed on screen. Am I crazy?
Mike splicing the Skat Dog into the clips.
Now that would go viral. Like, y'all seen these TikTok videos? I think there's a fucking Skat Dog that pops up, but I don't know, man.
I don't think that would go viral. I don't think anybody has heard of the Skat Dog outside of our
We're gonna
show.
we're gonna make it a thing.
Kalamazoo that this is a thing.
All 13 employees of the Kalamazoo, whatever they're called, are gonna love it.
The Growler. Rawr.
I hope they play that over the loudspeaker. They start the game. Go Growlers, row! Pick up a Skat Dog.
Rawr.
Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. They're trying to rally the fans. Like, get all right, everybody on your feet. Rawr.
Rawr. Sounding like a 2004 emo kid.
Oh God.
Oh,
good
man.
shit, man.
No, Skat Dog. They just need to be the Kalamazoo Skat Dogs now with just a big.
Yeah, there's your
emoji
logo.
as their logo.
Yeah. You give it, put eyes on it, make it angry, and you know what? I'll be fucking in. That's the thing. You make a cartoon logo of this with eyes and angry, and I'm a son of a bitch. I'm in.
The Kalamazoo shit sandwiches.
Sarah said, I hope instead of like wax paper or whatever lining the bottom of the plate, they just use doggy bags underneath.
Commit to the bit.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, Scott, let's get an Ovechkin check-in from you. Where's Ovi at? How many more games we got left? What are we looking at?
Was it like 11 with a handful? I don't know. I lost track. We're close. We are close. We're on the precipice.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
True expert in the sport. 11 or something with a handful. We're close, baby. Anyway, go ahead and burn Pete Rose.
Oh, it's
God,
because he's failing at hockey.
How do you feel about Brady Tkachuk coming back after the break and just picking up right where he left off in the Four Nations, just throwing hands and doing what he does?
I feel pretty good about it, but I want to talk about the outdoor the Winter Classic because I knew of one of my best friends was at that game with his dad. He bought tickets for him for his birthday, and I look at Facebook. And not less than like 10 other people were also at that game. Like everybody that I know seemingly was at that damn Winter Classic. It looked like a good time though.
It did look fun. And we had a little classic Michigan versus Ohio.
Of course, because they couldn't leave that out of it.
At the Horseshoe. I got to give credit. JB in the group this week asked a very good question. If Detroit had beaten the Blue Jackets in Columbus at the Horseshoe and somebody planted a flag at center ice, would it be?
It would absolutely be illegal.
Does that count? Because it's not a college athlete, but it's a college stadium. So I don't know how this law works yet. I haven't figured it all out.
Depends. Is MAGA pissed about the flag planting? If they're pissed, then it counts.
Was it a Russian player that did it?
Ooh. Question.
Okay,
because if it's a Russian player that did it,
it's fine.
Sure,
It's fine. Yeah, they're fine with that.
Was it a Ukrainian player? Arrest their ass.
Criminal. Just straight up criminal.
Degenerates.
Scott, what'd you make of that outdoor game? I feel like this outdoor game is just watered down now. Like it used to be a fun thing that happened on New Year's Day and then didn't happen again. Now it's happening more often. They're doing
it's lost its juice
all over the place. Should we cut back on the outdoor games?
Well, I mean, I know it's tough to do the outdoor, the timing of it and whether or not it's going to work with the weather, but that it's always a bummer when it's not like the first couple that they did, didn't it snow during it? Like that's part of what makes it great. If it's not snowing, it's kind of like, I don't know. Or if it's not really cold, otherwise it's just hockey outdoors, and there's nothing really cool about that. So yeah, I mean, maybe they needed to make it more special somehow.
Miller for three. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
I didn't want to be a dick and cut you off, but Matt Barr was giving me the OT.
Yeah, I saw that
preview, and I was like, wrap it up, Scott, so that I don't look like an asshole. Pause. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pardon Pete Rose.
I'm with Scott though. I think it's a little overplayed at this point. I love the New Year's Day aspect of it, and like Scott said, the first couple times it snowed, and that was just kind of magical, right? It's a cool thing. Now it's getting to Thursday night football levels of shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna see so many of them. It's not special anymore, and it's not something that people want to tune into. So let's just maybe keep it to one game a year. New Year's Day, pick your two favorite teams you want to play outdoors, not the Florida Panthers, and go from there.
Not the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers might be one team we want to see on New Year's Day, though. Scott, how about that trade that those Panthers made, right?
Woo! Steve Smith Sr. Hell of a trade. You said Panthers, right? What?
Did you say IUDs?
I'm just picturing this.
I know. I'll never be able to think of Steve Smith or hear about Steve Smith. Not think about the thumb selfie.
I'm getting Chucky. I got to go to the gym. Noted. No, Scott, big trade with the Panthers and Blackhawks over the weekend. Spencer Knight from the Panthers got traded to Chicago in exchange for Seth Jones, dude. Right?
Seth Jones. Oh, one of the many that I forgot over that time period.
I don't think you got Seth Jones one time.
I probably didn't.
This is a big deal for the Panthers. They're going all in, man. They're trying to make another run back to the Cup. They've been there 2 years in a row, Scott. It's a tough sport to go back to back. So they've already made it to the Cup back to back. They're trying to make it 3 trips back. What are we thinking about Florida here?
Punt it into the sun.
Okay, fair enough.
And if you're upset with Scott's take, you can always text 281-330-8004 to really let them know what you think about the Seth Jones trade.
Hold on. He gets one for that. I like that one. All right, Mookie's not here. We already talked hockey, so let's go ahead and talk soccer too. I need soccer to get more popular in the United States just so that we can get more stories like this. Because in Germany over the weekend, in like one of their lower tier games, there was a game that was canceled before it even started. So apparently in this league, before the game, the referee goes around and checks IDs to make sure all the players are the players who are on the roster. They're not like bringing in a ringer who can like run up the score and help out. That's how low tier this league is. As he's checking IDs, there's a little kid warming up with one of the teams. And apparently the little kid kept getting closer and closer to the referee until he bit him in the testicles. Flat out, chomped down right on his nuts so hard that the referee went, you know what? Fuck this game. We're done. This is not happening. I quit. This is canceled. And walked off the field.
Kid bit my sack. It's over. It's a wrap. What in the fuck, bro? What? What? I mean, can you imagine just standing around doing your job and a kid comes up and bites you in the nuts? Could you fucking imagine?
No.
I'm walking off the job too.
Yeah, that's it.
If a child bites me in the testicles, I'm out. I'm done.
I'm done with
my work day is over.
No, my day is done. I'm going home. I'm closing the shades. I'm icing my balls, and I'm going to sleep. We'll try again tomorrow. It's a wrap at that point. What? I can't imagine. You go home and telling you, like, how's your day? You know, kid bit me in the fucking sack. How was yours? What?
Are you even talking to your wife at that point? Or are you just going to bed and saying, "Fuck it, I'm done"?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
talk to me when the alarm goes off in the morning. Yeah. Nope, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
You're just trudging past her, walking up the steps. You're home early. Don't you have a game? Leave me alone. And there's just you hear the door slam upstairs.
A sack of ice on your balls. Fucking hey, I'd be suing the shit out of that kid's parents.
How does that listen, guys? First of all, how does the kid get close enough to you to bite the balls? Like that's question number one. How did the refs let this happen? There should have been several steps before that happens.
Oh my God. Yikes.
Anyways.
Oh, snaps.
Dorian asked, what part of Epstein Island was he at? Scott said, if a child bit me in the testicles, I'm not leaving for the day. I'm quitting my job and rethinking my life choices. Where said, can you imagine there it was, just minding my own business, and this fucking kid bites me in the nuts.
Yes!
Okay, now guys, we've all had that visceral reaction when somebody like hits you in the balls, like that kid bites you in the balls. You punch him in the face, right? Like,
he's getting shoved 12 ways to Sunday, bro. Like just fucking boom, lifted. It's fucking a wrap for that kid. And I mean, I dare his fucking parents to get mad at me. What the fuck? Your kid bit me in the nuts. Like, what is wrong with your child? Fuck you. I should beat your ass. You have a kid who's just running around here doing things all willy-nilly. Like, what part of the game is that?
Willy-nilly. My life changed in 2006 when the movie 300 came out and we watched Gerard Butler just kick a dude in the chest. Because I'll tell you the fuck what. If a kid bit me in the testicles, if I'm not related to that child, I'm kicking his chest through his fucking back. I don't care.
I can tell you from personal experience, I'm rearing back on my own. I might come to before I swing forward, but my kids are not. You bite me in the testicles, all bets are off. Like, fuck you. That's not a sentence I never had to say. Like, what do you think you would do if you got bit in the nuts? Let me think about that for a minute.
I would.
Don't have a contingency plan for that one.
I would fold those. I would fold that child's clothes with him still in them. I wouldn't care.
Dude.
Oh God! I'd turn his glasses into contacts. I don't care what the I would do. Oh, I would not. Nope. Dead. DED. Dead.
Man.
Done.
Dorian said, I wonder what Diddy would do.
Recruit that kid.
He's got
parties to man.
And he's on the payroll now.
No coming back from that. Dorian slipping in an Epstein joke and a Diddy joke in the same segment.
Look what Sarah said.
Oh no. I'm scared to look. Diddy a little to the left is what
He grows.
Scott, what are you drinking tonight?
I was drinking Modest Brewing Company's Melt, their raspberry lemonade, THC infused seltzer. It's dog as fuck. I gotta get more of these seltzers, man. It's good stuff. It's just a nice mellow.
I might prefer the THC seltzers over beers. Like, there's a good chance that I prefer those over beers.
Price notwithstanding, because
that's the problem.
they're not cheap. It was one of those things. I'm like, I'm doing this for the show, but I don't know that they're a little pricey, but they are good, damn good. So
fantastic.
If you see them, grab them.
Matt Barr, what are you drinking tonight, dog? Or your dog?
Except for my nuts, don't do that.
My niggas, I've been drinking You're So Golden, Juicy, Double Golden IPA from Hardywood. It's hit the spot. I don't know if I'm quite in the same spot as Scott is, but I'm feeling pretty good. Dog.
I was drinking Double Red Imperial Red IPA, which I purchased just for the can. It kind of looks like Tank on this can, just chilling out here. Now that I look at that, absolute dog. This beer is fantastic. It's a 3-brusher, but it's definitely good.
Absolutely. Fuck them kids. Like, I am El Presidente of that team. Like, I won't do shit with my kids, but if there's got to be something, don't let my wife hear that though.
Thank you for pulling a Mookie and not reading the comment and just responding to the comment, so that audio only audience has no idea what you were saying.
Hey, go back and watch the show, motherfuckers. How about that?
Hey,
give us 2 times the count of views and listens, baby. All in the plan. See, Mookie's not that smooth to come up with a response like that.
Nope, Mookie would have been like, yeah. Fellas, you know what tonight was? This is
show.
This was a show.
Anyways.
Bar, thanks for hanging out with us, man. It was good seeing you. Appreciate it when you pinch hit for us, man.
Yeah.
Okay, good talk.
I was supposed to talk to you. It's great. Thanks for having me on. I thought it was just going to be
Hey, put up the... that bar froze. Give him the treatment.
You know what? You're right, Scott. That is how we're ending the show. We're going to end the show with just that on the screen. We're doing that.
What is it if you're listening? You better go watch.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Go follow the show at Craft B Sports. We're on TikTok, Instagram. We're still on Twitter. We're on Blue Sky. So go follow us. See what we post in between the shows. Make sure you join the Facebook group. It's a good time. It's really the only reason to be on Facebook anymore, as the world around us collapses around everything that we hold sacred. We at least have our Facebook group to laugh at and have fun. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Go check them out. Shout out to all the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Go give them a sub, rate, and review. We will see you all next week, everybody. Cheers.
Skattebo them snow bunnies, baby.
Fuck it, we ball.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.